What's up, man? Where we at?
We're out here in Copeland, Florida, man, in the Everglades.
Okay. How long have you lived out here?
30 years.
Okay. What's it like living in the middle of nowhere?
Crazy. It's bizarre, man. You got all kind of wildlife out here. You got bobcats, panthers, bears.
All right. You've seen panthers?
Oh yeah.
How many times have you seen panthers in your life?
I've seen them 3 times. I've seen them 3 times up close, you know, across the road in front of me and just be out relaxing, and they come out and sit in the road and look at you, and they go back into the woods.
So let's say living out here your whole life, you've only seen 3 times panthers?
Yes.
So
up,
it's
up close and personal, like videos of my friends and stuff, you know, on their game cameras and stuff, I see a lot, but...
So they're very elusive.
Yeah, they're elusive, very elusive.
So seeing a Florida panther, that's like a treasured experience, I'm gonna guess.
It is a very treasured experience because they're coming extinct. So now actually they're bringing down mountain lions and they're breeding them with the Florida panther to make more. So,
right.
Yeah.
So do you consider it still a Florida panther?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, a lot of people that move to Florida from other states, they don't understand the importance. Like it's almost like a spiritual importance to the people that live here.
Right.
These animals. Can you explain a little bit about what it means to somebody that's a real Floridian, what that animal means to you?
Oh, it means very, very much to us. It's like having your own dog, you know. So, you know, we protect them and we keep people away from trying to poach them, and it's a very neat thing, man, because, you know, we're very lucky to have that around here. No one else gets to see it in the world. So we have all kind of tourists that come down here just to see the wildlife, you know.
To hope that they can see it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Black bears are more common?
Oh yeah, very common, man. And they'll come in your yard and they'll actually come up on your porch and smell through your door and go out and tip your garbage can. You go out, holler at them, they just look at you like, you got something for me?
Yeah. How big do they get? Like how tall? Like...
Oh man, the biggest one I seen was probably about 600 pounds, 650.
What?
Huge. And it still roams around here at night. I mean, I could take you over here and you can see some garbage in the bushes where he drags it over. And,
sweet, man.
yeah.
So it gets kind of boring. I mean, there's like, let's say you want to buy groceries here, you got to go all the way to Naples.
Well, they have a little handy store. You know, it's family owned down here.
Everglades City.
Right, a grocery store. It's but more than, if you want like necessities, you got to go to Naples. So it's a very long travel. Yeah.
What do people do for fun out here? I mean, fishing is probably...
Yeah, that's mainly the biggest thing to do for fun is fish, you know. I'd say that's, and boating, and we go kayaking, and we got kayak trails that, you know, tours, Wooten's, you got Jack Shealy's campground on 41. And,
cool.
Yeah.
So as far as the bears, like, how close have you, like, can you come up, like...
Oh yeah, man, they'll come all the way up to you. I mean,
that's crazy.
They're very friendly, you know. The black bear is not very aggressive at all, so. And they eat these berries on these trees, and they say it's kind of like, it's like maybe like a stimulant to them, kind of like a marijuana, you know. So
oh,
they
I
get
see.
Kind of.
Which berries? The little on the palm trees?
Right. On these, see these little trees right here?
Yeah.
Well, you'll see them like when you're riding down 41.
Yeah,
the trees that are hanging over.
Yeah.
That's from a bear pulling it down so it could eat the berries.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So they're like Australian, I think Australian pine or something like that.
Cool.
Or what is
The
that?
Brazilian pepper, you mean?
Brazilian pepper.
Yeah, that's
exactly.
the one.
That's what it is.
Cool.
Yeah,
so,
man.
how many? Have you ever seen more than one bear at a time? Like, do they go
Oh
in
yeah, I've
groups?
seen the mama with the cubs, and it's a neat experience, man. You'd have to, if you actually sat out here one night, you would see some things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? There has to be a special attraction. I mean, most people when they grow up in a small town, they want to move to the city.
Well, yeah, I see. I grew up here fishing on a crab boat and grouper fishing, you know. So I'm a commercial fisherman. That's what keeps me here, and family, you know.
Cool.
We're family then, so.
Explain to people how hard it is to do that. Like when you get on one of those boats, how long are you out there for?
Bro, it's extremely hard. It depends on, like, we get a quota of the fish amount we can catch by weight. So sometimes you're out there 7 days, sometimes you're out there 14 days, depending, you know.
Yeah, so you can be out there for 2 weeks.
Yes, and depending on the weather, you know, sometimes bad storms hit out there, so you can't travel. So you got to put the anchor down, and you just sit on the anchor till it passes by and hope for the best. Yeah.
Hope you make it.
Right, I've been out on some scary trips, man.
Sometimes you make out real good on those, right?
Oh yeah, very good.
But it's not for the weak.
No. I wish it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What other I mean, there's not much economy out here other than tourism and fishing. Is there any other source of income out here? There's pretty much nothing else out here.
Nothing really.
Just slow pace.
Just lawn maintenance, and just everybody here's family. Then, you know, everybody knows everybody, so
Everybody's
they try to
cool.
help out. You know. Yeah.
Everybody's cool out here.
Right.
Cool. How do the people get annoyed by tourists? I mean, you have a lot of, for being a small town,
Right.
sometimes more tourists come through here in a day than there are people here.
Yeah.
Do the people, are they cool with them, or is it annoying at times? I'll be honest, I live in North Naples by the beach.
Yeah.
And the traffic alone drives me nuts.
Well, you know, sometimes they get a little annoyed with it because they just come and they park in their yards and they stare and stuff and won't speak, you know. So it's kind of strange to some people.
Yeah, like they're afraid to get out.
Right.
Because it looks rough out here, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, at times it does get rough, you know. I mean, nighttime it gets pretty rough because that's when some of the crazier people come out. You know? Like, you'd be like, dang, where did he come from? The Pine Tree? You know?
Yeah, it's definitely a small town out here, bro.
No
What's up
doubt.
with the little church? There's a little church over there.
Oh, yeah, that church, it's been here, man, before I was born.
Okay.
And I was born in the 80s, so. Yeah, my uncle's actually the pastor there. Well, actually, my grandmother just passed away, so I
Okay.
got her name tatted on me.
Okay. Cool,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you like? The world's going crazy outside. Other than the cities, people are looting. The world's
Right.
going nuts out there.
Yes.
Here in a small town, it's kind of different. Everybody's
Right.
kind of more chill.
Yeah.
Is there anything on your mind about the world in general? What's going on out there outside of this small town?
I try not to think about it. I
That's the
take
best
one
thing you
day at a
could do.
time, man. I love the woods. I think we're good here. It's an urban area. I mean, I
Cool,
try
man.
to stay away from the crazy. I just fish and I hang out and have a good time.
What's the hardest thing about living in a small town like this, though?
Uh, Work.
Work. Finding work
Yeah.
is hard.
Exactly.
Cool.
Money.
The money.
So yeah, I mean, it gets tough at times. Summertime is very, very terrible down here. It's a very, it's a tourist attraction town.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, I'm in Naples in the city, and I might
Right.
go for a whole 3 weeks without a call in the summer.
right.
Because everybody's down here for the winter.
Yeah. So we struggle during the summer. You can tell by appearance on people. You'll see a healthy person during
Yeah.
the wintertime, and then summertime they're real poor, and then
Cool. So the seasonal, tourists come down in the winter,
right.
and then in the summer it's a whole different
It's
ball
a whole
game.
new ball game. Yeah.
Cool, man. All right, everyone. So now we're entering Everglades City. Everglades City is a must-visit Florida destination. It's a small fishing town with an incredible history. I've done a documentary on this town in the past, so if you look through my channel, you can search for Everglades City. If you're interested in a particular city in Florida, you can just go to my videos and search for the name of the town under my channel, and you'll probably get a video for it. You guys have been saying the panhandle, the panhandle. We're gonna get to the panhandle, guys. Money doesn't grow on trees. I have a lot of responsibilities, and it's about an 8-hour drive. So if I'm gonna drive that far, it's gonna be 8 hours to drive and 8 hours to drive back. It's like a 3 or 4 day thing. I want to make it a really good trip when I get up there, so I can cover as much as possible. So be patient with me. We will get to the Florida Panhandle. What I recommend you do when you visit this location is to hire a captain and go out there and have them go on. You can see manatees, you can see dolphins, you can go fishing offshore. I mean, if you like fishing, then this should definitely be on your list. The tarpon and snook out there is amazing, and these small businesses need all the customers they can get. Love fishing out here. On this bridge right here, this is between Everglades City and Chokoloskee. I've caught amazing fish here, but on this trip, the fishing wasn't too good. The first time I came here, I saw a guy out of Miami. He drove all the way from Miami to fish here, and he had actually caught snook and grouper, like one after the other. I couldn't believe it, but I've gone back many times, and it's never been that good. Midday fishing is never the best. It's either really early in the morning or right before it gets dark. Keep in mind, it's hot in Florida all day long, so in the daytime, the fishing is pretty much dead. But this is a really good fishing destination. I love this place, but when it gets dark, these little no-see-em things come out. It is unbearable. Let's go for a ride. Everglades City doesn't have beaches. You have to really get on a boat and go a little bit far out. But if you explore the Everglades, it's unlike anything else you've ever seen anywhere. It's just a unique habitat. And, if you want to do something different, especially now with social distancing, everybody does the same things. Guys, I go out here, Everglades City, down 29. By the way, this entire ride, we started off in a little town called Jerome, From there, we went to Copeland. We went down 29 all the way down to Everglades City. And way at the end where I was fishing, that was Chokoloskee. This is all down 29 in Collier County in Florida, in the Florida Everglades, just to the east of Naples. This area out here, I mean, this is my stomping ground. I mean, whenever I get a day off, me and Katie, we would get a day off. Now we go all over the state because we're doing this Florida hood vlogs. But before that, we'd be out here at least once a week, all the way through the Everglades. There's so much to explore out there. You can really do social distancing. We're not big, even before this whole situation, we're not big on being in crowds and around people. We like to get out and away from everybody. So this is our like getaway location, like our day trip getaway location. We come out here, we fish, and we finish the night off getting some really good restaurants. Usually we keep driving on 29 all the way to Immokalee. However, the cases in Immokalee are through the roof. 1 in 30 people confirmed, so we're not going to get food in Immokalee. It really hurts me because Immokalee really does have the best food in this area. And usually after one of these day trips, we would head into Immokalee and get Mexican food to end the day like a king. So instead, we ordered takeout. We're not doing dine-in, and I recommend that you don't either. We just had 5,000 cases in Florida for one day, the most so far. So on 6/25/2020, so that's definitely not cool. We took some takeout instead of dine-in. We went to this little restaurant here. We got Gator Nuggets and some burgers. Now the Gator Nuggets, you can actually eat alligator, and it's actually some of the best meat you're gonna have. It's not fishy at all. It's got a really good texture. It's somewhere between chicken and, I don't know, sea turtle. Oh, I can't tell you guys I've had that. Yeah, it's somewhere between chicken and sea turtle, and it's really good meat. It's a clean white meat, and you fry it. It's awesome. So, and it mixes well with cocktail mix, whatever. I don't know what type of sauce you use. Cocktail sauce. There's all types of island mixes that you can put in there. But if you've never had Gator Nuggets, they're really awesome. For $9.99 or $12.99, somewhere in that price range, you can get a basket of fried Gator Nuggets. So that's some real Florida food right there, Gator Nuggets. We ate our to-go dinner right here overlooking the water, not in a packed restaurant with a bunch of strangers. Ooh. Wow. Oh. Gone.
Why don't we just start heading home?
Oh.
It's getting late.
Well, since I didn't catch anything earlier in the day after we had our dinner, notice how we decided to have our dinner in a parking lot, alone, away from crowds. The tarpon are rolling right there, so I'm like trying to rush my burger because I want to get my fishing pole out. And of course, Katie's sitting there like, oh no, we're never going to get home tonight. So finally, she convinces me that I'm not going to catch anything after losing several lures, so some pretty good bites. And we go out into the woods at night. This is the Everglades. Now, keep in mind, even on the main road, there's usually no phone signal. There's definitely no phone signal out here. The ultimate badge of being a Floridian is seeing a Florida panther. And this is where you're going to see it. In South Florida, in the Everglades, at night, way in the backwoods. We've seen black bears. We've seen the bobcats. It's that Florida panther that we got to get a picture of. That is the ultimate seal of being a Floridian.